Welcome back to Studio 701. Winter can feel very long when you live in the 701.
But some greenery can always help brighten the mood. And today's home improvement brought to you by Aero Service Team. Casey McCollum is here to help. Now, he is the owner of Plant Perfect. Thanks for being on the show, Casey.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. I got a great lineup of some really good, easy to care for houseplants to show you guys on the show today.
Well, let's see what you got. What do you got? You got a lot of them.
Yeah.
So let's get through them.
Yeah, so I got just a few different ones over here. I've got pothos, which is a little bit more of like a vining plant, so they can be, put up on a shelf, and in time they'll kind of vine over. Or you can actually grow them up on a pole to actually grow them more upright too.
Okay.
Over here I got some snake plants, also sometimes called Sansevieria. That's this little group right here. These are generally an upright plant, but they've got a lot of different interesting leaf structures, a lot of fun different colors. Again, really easy to care for. And then over here on the far end, this is one of my favorite. This is the ZZ plant, or Zamicollis zamifolia, if you can say that 10 times fast.
Wow.
This plant, again, easy to care for. The bright green glossy leaves are the highlight of this one.
Okay, so what's the difference in how much you should be watering every plant? Is it important to make sure they each get what they need?
Yeah, so the two most important things with any plants in your home is light and water, both very important. Thankfully, all these plants I got here are pretty easy care plants, so they're going to be lower water requirements, and then they can also tolerate some lower light requirements too. The big thing with watering on indoor plants is a lot of people tend to water just like a little bit, like too often. The big thing is water them well, let them dry down good before watering them thoroughly again.
Okay.
Okay, water them well, let them dry down good before
Yes.
watering them again. I just want to make sure I got that clear. But I have a question about one plant specifically you have on the table, and that's the one right in the middle. Looks like your right hand is that one right there. What is that?
Okay, so this is a Sansevieria, or a snake plant like these ones here.
Yes.
This one's called Starfish Sansevieria. So this one just grows in a little bit more of a spiky form. Got kind of a nice plump round leaf, but something that's interesting, definitely like a conversation piece for your coffee table or whatever.
Okay. And so if there aren't any, say, drainage holes in the plant, or excuse me, in the pot, is that okay, or should you have those?
I tend to err on the side of caution. I'm okay with or without having drain holes. Drain holes is the best way to go because you can bring them to the sink, you can water them thoroughly, you're not going to catch any excess water in the bottom, and then the rest drains out the bottom. If you do have no drainage hole, it's really important to just not overwater because your plant will essentially be sitting in a swamp if you do too much.
Okay, and what are the lifespans of these plants? Like, how long should you be able to keep them alive?
It really comes down to, again, having the right environment, a good amount of light, and the right amount of water. I've known some people to keep plants forever. If some of you have ever heard of like a Christmas cactus, I've heard of those being in families for generations and actually being plus of 100 years old.
What?
So, yeah.
Wow.
I clearly don't water my
Yeah,
plants.
I thought the lifespan of a plant was like 2 weeks.
I was going to say, I've killed fake plants. So, okay, of these, do you name the plants like we do? And what do you think of Florence Robert Dernsby as a name for a plant?
That is kind of a mouthful. I tend to just call them by, what their common name is or even their scientific genus. But yeah, he's a cool plant over there.
Thank you.
It looks like you've got, to me, it's kind of across the studio, so it's hard for me to tell, but it looks like some type of an Eglanema.
An Eglanema.
Oh, wow.
Are they easy to take care of? Like, what do we need to do?
They are not the easiest, but I wouldn't say they're the most difficult.
Okay.
Again, with that one, bright indirect light is going to be really important there. You don't want to stick it, like in the studio somewhere here where it's not going to have any light the whole time. And then again, water it, but once it's watered, probably let that one dry down pretty good between waterings and then give it a nice good drink again.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, great advice, Casey. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yep, thanks for having me.
You bet.
This has been Home Improvement brought to you by Aero Service Team. And for more information or to reach out to Casey, make sure you go to plantperfect.com. Find out the names to all of those plants.